How can I get out of what feels like a toxic friendship?
Let me clarify first that this is not a romantic relationship, but a friendship. We've been best friends for over 3 years now, but more and more, I feel like this connection is not good for me. Instead of lifting me up, it's draining me. I've come to understand that I have an anxious attachment style. It's hard for me to let go, to accept detachment. She, on the other hand, seems to have an avoidant attachment style. She keeps her distance, shuts down when all I want is to be there for her. And although I know this comes from things she went through in childhood, family issues, emotional absences that left marks, I'm not sure I can keep carrying that weight. She has been there for me, I can't deny it. She supported me through some very dark times. She's been the one who, when everything was falling apart, would show up and sit with me, cry with me, listen, and just be there. She's not cold, not at all. But the problem is, I can't count on her in the same way when she's the one who needs help. When she's down, when something happens, she disappears. She isolates herself. She won't let me in. She won't accept comfort. She shuts me out. And every time that happens, I feel like the relationship isn't mutual, that there's no real balance. I've tried talking about it many times. I've told her that the way she pulls away when I want to be there hurts me. That I'm not trying to fix her life, I just want to be present. That I care, that I worry. But nothing changes. She listens in silence, sometimes even agrees with me, but before long, it's the same thing all over again. I've already tried distancing myself several times. Tried to end the friendship. Took a step back and said, this isn't good for me, I need space. But then, she doesn't let me go. She reaches out, says she's sorry, says she doesn't want to lose me. Reminds me of everything we've been through, says no one knows her like I do, that what we have is special. And me, foolishly, I always come back. I always give in. I always end up believing that this time will be different. And I start asking myself, isn't this manipulation? Could it be that she just doesn't want to feel alone, even if she's not willing to truly be there for me the way I am for her? I love her. I can't deny that. She's deeply rooted in me. She knows parts of me that no one else does. She's witnessed my pain, my mistakes, my attempts to heal. But she's also hurt me with her distance, her silence, her coldness. And the truth is, I'm tired. I don't even know if this is love, loyalty, dependency, or just fear of being alone. All I know is, it hurts. I know she's not going to change. At least not now. I know I can't keep investing so much energy into someone who isn't willing to truly open up. But it's hard to let her go. Hard to stand my ground. Hard to say, enough. So what do I do with everything I feel? How do you let go of someone who isn't good for you, but who also felt like home for so long? I wish there were a clear answer, a formula. But I know there isn't one. The only thing I know is that something has to change. Because I can't keep surviving inside a friendship that makes me feel lonelier than being alone. After all this time, I realized that love isn't always enough. Even a deep, real, honest friendship can become unsustainable if there's no balance. And yes, even though it still hurts to admit it, I'm starting to realize I need to walk away, for my mental health, for self-respect, for everything I've given without receiving the same in return. It's not easy. I know that. Letting go of someone who once felt like your refuge is one of the hardest things. But staying in a place where you can no longer grow, that's also a way of breaking. So I decided to do this in steps, because I can't just disappear from her life overnight. I don't want to hurt her either, but I need to put myself first. And this is my plan. 1. Accept what the relationship truly is. First, I stopped idealizing it. For a long time I believed we just needed time, or that she would choose me when she was ready. But that never happened. Because she's not emotionally available, and it's not my job to fix that. 2. Set soft but firm boundaries. I started replying with more distance. Not being so available. Not rushing every time she messaged. And not as a punishment, but as a way to reclaim space for myself. When she would reach out just to talk about her problems without asking about mine, I would gently end the conversation. Or say, I can't talk about that today, I'm overwhelmed. It wasn't easy, but it was necessary. 3. Reduce contact frequency. No drama. No explosions. I just started taking longer to reply. Starting fewer conversations. Filling my time with other activities, other people, other places. She noticed. She mentioned it. And that's when I told her, honestly. I care about you deeply, that won't change. But I need space. This friendship, the way it is now, is hurting me more than it's helping. And I don't want to keep forcing something that's draining me. Accept her reaction, whatever it is. She didn't cry. She didn't beg. She just stayed silent, like she always does. And that confirmed what I already suspected. She can't give me more than she already is, and I can't keep waiting for something that never comes. 5. Rebuild myself outside of her. I started doing things that made me feel good again, going out with friends, reading, working out, writing. Rediscovering myself. And yes, sometimes I relapse. Sometimes I want to text her, to tell her something good that happened. But I don't. Because I remember all the times she wasn't there when I needed her. It's not about hating her. Or turning her into the bad one. It's about understanding that sometimes love hurts. And that real, healthy love begins when you take care of yourself. And that's what I'm doing now, taking care of myself. Maybe one day we'll talk again for real when we're both in a different place. Or maybe we won't. But what I do know is that I deserve connections where I don't have to beg to be heard. After writing all this, I sat in silence for a long while. Staring at the screen, throat tight, with a knot in my chest. Because putting it into words felt like admitting it for the first time, this friendship no longer does me good. And the worst part is, it's not because there's no love. It's because there is so much love that it hurts this much. I truly love her. Not as a whim, not as someone who's just there for now. I love her the way you love someone who's been there in your darkest moments. Someone who's seen parts of you no one else has. Someone who's been your home, your mirror, your refuge. But also someone who, without meaning to, without malice, pulls you into a place of uncertainty. Where you never really know if you're too close or too far. She has that way of being that seemed mysterious at first. Reserved. Different. But over time I realized it's not mystery, it's fear. Fear of connection. Of being seen. Of being helped. And for some reason, I always found myself on the other side, trying to understand her, support her, protect her. Always giving, giving, and giving. And receiving, just enough to keep me from leaving. And that's how we spent years. A strange, intense bond, full of silences, moments when she seemed to open up, only to shut down again. And me, waiting. Believing maybe next time would be different. That if I stayed long enough, she would truly choose me. But that never happened. And today, after so many attempts, I feel like I'm fading. There are days when I feel strong and say, that's it. I'm done. And I start pulling away. But it's never long before she comes back. With a message, a call, the same phrase as always. Sorry, I wasn't well. But I don't want to lose you. And the wall I had built just crumbles. Because I know she means it. Because she needs me, too. But the question is, does she love me the way I love her? Or does she just need me because I'm the only one who always stays? That's when I start to feel used. Even if she doesn't mean to. Even if her intention isn't to manipulate me. But that doesn't change the fact that I feel invisible in her life again and again. When she shuts down, when she falls apart, when something happens, she blocks me, shuts me out, disappears. And I'm left there with open arms, waiting. Always waiting. The truth is, I'm tired. Not of her, but of myself in this story. I'm tired of being the savior, the support, the one who always understands. Because I have bad days too. I have fears and moments of loneliness. And I realized I can't keep giving love where there's no space to receive it. I don't blame her. She has her wounds, her fears, her story. And she's not obligated to heal at my pace. But I'm not obligated to stay either. Because this friendship, which was once the most beautiful thing I had, is now tearing me apart inside. I don't know if the right thing is to cut it all off at once. I know I can't. Because there's still so much left open. So much that hurts. But I do know this. I need to start protecting myself from her. And that sounds awful, but it's true. Protecting myself from this bond that no longer lets me breathe. I talked to a friend. I told him everything, names and all. And he said something I can't forget. Sometimes we confuse love with the habit of suffering for someone.